Today, guys, we're going to work on the agree step and specifically the manager's role at the desk. So the salesman comes up to the desk and are like, I need numbers. That's kind of what we're going to talk about today. And the interaction between the manager and the sales consultant right now. And I'd call it asking good desk questions, right? And these good desk questions are really there, guys, to start a positive, short conversation with our sales consultant so we can game plan our deal. And I want you to remember some things that every single time the sales consultant asks you for numbers, there's an opportunity to make a deal here, right? We're not just there to print deal sheets. I mean, that's not our role at all. In fact, we can teach anybody to enter numbers and print a deal sheet. So that's not why you got your role. You got your role, guys, because you are deal makers. You know how to structure and put a deal together. So I want you to remember that your role up at the desk is not to print and give them numbers. Your role at the desk is put a deal together, right? So every time we work numbers with a salesman, it's an opportunity to make a deal. And our job is to turn that deal into not just a deal, but a profitable deal. Remember that we're not just after selling the car or making a deal. These desk questions help us not only close more deals, but they help us structure and learn things that we can help to turn this into a profitable deal. The complete picture is profitable for us. And of course, we want to do both in a way that creates excited, loyal lifetime customers, right? So these desk questions help us do all that. Now, let me give you some additional benefits of these desk questions. So if we would have a set of questions that we ask every single time, guys, what happens is our salesmen start to expect it, right? We're creating the right expectations, which is one of the roles of managers. Remember, create clear and high expectations. Step 2, hold them accountable, love them unconditionally, the 3 tenets of leadership, if you will. So by asking these good questions every time they come to the desk, I'm setting expectations. Be ready, salesman. These are the things I expect. And through consistency, they are trained, aren't they, right? I'm also building accountability for the sales process, right? Every time I ask these good desk questions, what I'm doing really is checking and seeing how well they've worked this process, how thorough they were. Did they shortcut or did they really invest in this deal? So it builds some kind of accountability for the process. It also helps us gauge our consultant's investment in this deal, right? It's so easy once we start these questions to determine, hey, our salesman has really worked hard on this deal, and really I can get a sense of the relationship and rapport with their guests. So not only do I get to gauge their investment, but I get to gauge where they stand with their buyer that's with them, right? Of course, these desk questions are there to help us formulate and game plan putting a profitable deal together. And in doing so, I'm also going to hear things, through this discussion that point to opportunities for me to coach my salesperson after the deal. It's going to point out, these desk questions will help point out areas of weakness, if you will. We call them areas of opportunity where the salesman can improve, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. And of course, this is a big one. These desk questions help bring the sales consultant and the managers into a synergistic relationship, meaning they're synergizing, they're working together to structure a profitable deal. Now, how often does it seem like we're at odds, right? What we really want through these desk questions is to unite together, to overcome the obstacles and figure out a way. Let's turn this buyer into a buyer today. Let's maximize our deal, and let's do both in a way that creates excited, loyal lifetime customers and the employee.